Boxing King Media in association with Box. You're delighted to have with me. I was waiting for you to start shadow boxing.
Yeah,
Baba Tunde Ajayi.
As my dad calls it, the top coat. My dad always say, son, go to West End, Tottenham Court Road and get your top coat. So I'm following daddy's demands.
How are you doing?
Oh, excellent, man. You know, it's good to be alive, and we have to make the most of our lives. So I'm very, very well.
I mean, I just want to touch on now. We just saw Jamie TKV. I think it was a cut. The doctor came in. He was up against a tough guy, a Brazilian, the Brazilian heavyweight champion. Just your thoughts?
Very, you know, I'm upset. I'm upset because, you know, Jamie. It's like, you know, his management, Dummy, Courts. They're like my people. They're my good friends. You know, and I'm happy that they're in the sport of boxing. I'm just being honest. If they had asked me for my opinion on the fight, I would have said don't take the fight. Just because of, it's not so much, you know, potential, in my opinion, has to be developed. You know, you could be the greatest fighter, but you still have to develop it. But I see, I say this so many times, you know, fighters, when you got a real fighter, oftentimes they have to be protected from themselves. Because they'll fight, but that's the whole point of having a management system, you know, that, you know, picks fights for you at the right time. But fortunately, it was a cut, so I feel that they can look at that. I know that that's probably put a big spanner in the works for the Fraser Clark fight, but God works in mysterious ways. That's what I was just telling his family. God works in mysterious ways, and sometimes you can't see that silver lining in the cloud. And I think that Jamie will just reflect, come back, and you know, that same opponent, maybe 4 or 5 fights down the line for a title, I think it'd be a good one for Jamie. But I'm really sad for Jamie this evening, because I actually come here to see him. As well as Vidal and Caroline, but you know, Jamie in particular, because that's my guy. But he'll come back.
Absolutely. Tunde, this time last week, I think we were standing outside a toilet in a random corridor at Wembley Arena. How's Anthony? What are the latest plans?
Yeah, well, AY is AY. You saw him looking fly, fresh and flashy in his Sky Sports interview, Sky News, and no bumps, no bruises, and everything's going according to plan. The plan was to have 2 fights this year, that one in September and one in December, and then he said it then, and I'm saying it again. 2024, he is ready to rock and roll, and I say he because Anthony Yarde he's got that thing now. He's ready. He's been in the gym this week. I'm like, give me a rest, mate. You understand? So it's so good to have Anthony back feeling like this. But as I say, one more fight in December or November, and the next year we're ready to go.
I mean, it's nice. Obviously, Anthony's with TNT Sports in Queensbury. It's nice for him to go on Sky Sports as well. It shows that, you know, everyone should do that on both sides. But do you plan to be ringside yourself, Anthony, for the BUATSI AZEEZ fight in just under a month's time?
1,000,000%. Whether Anthony was due to fight the winner or not, I'm always supporting London boxers. That's why I'm here tonight. You know, I watched Caroline grow up as a young girl. I watched Vidal grow up as a young boy. Me and his dad Derek go back so far from amateur days, and I'm just so happy for all these young fighters that have come up from my environment and stayed focused and changed their lives. And so, yeah, I can't wait to be ringside for Dan Azeez versus Joshua BUATSI.
I was in the changing room. We were watching the fight. Joyce Zhang on your phone. I actually came in the room to interview Anthony Yarde, but the fight ended very early. Tunde, you know, Ant's been there where he fought Kovalev and he got a lot of criticism after the fight. Joyce, devastating knockout, we can all say that. But there's been a lot of criticism towards him, a lot of criticism. Tony Bellew said he's at British, that Fabio Wardy would beat him now. Is that the state of being a boxer and social media, and everyone has their opinion?
I'm glad you said. I'm glad there was an addition to just boxing, because you hear it all the time. It's life. People are with you. Sorry, my phone's ringing.
Spencer Ferron?
Oh my goodness gracious! What does that say? What does that say? What does that say? Spencer Ferron. You know, bro, he's trying to follow.
Answer it. Tell him that you're doing an interview.
Bro, man just called your name here. They heard the phone ring when I'm doing an interview, and they said, Raz. And he's like, I bet you that's Spencer Ferron. I show the camera, show the man, and say, yeah, it's Spencer. How can you say, did I see him get, I don't know. How can you say, did I see him fight when I'm ringside? I'm here. We're doing a live interview, and you're talking to me on the phone. Get off, man. Get off. Listen, I'm going to see you later on for the fight is right. 3 a.m. Watch your love. Later, love. Spencer. He can't even work out that I was doing an interview. I just told him about 10 times, but you got to love Spencer. Yeah, sorry. Go back to the question.
You're talking about Joey's social media boxing.
I'm glad that you didn't just say it was boxing. It's a trend. It's life, and it shows you that you have to keep certain people around you that are solid, not just here for today and gone for tomorrow, because inevitably in life there's always going to be ups and downs, and I'm not too sure that it's his team that are, saying bad. I know it's not his team, but it just shows you the boxing fans and sometimes even the participants of boxing, they really want you to lose. They can't wait to say bad things about you, and it's very upsetting because Joe's the kind of person that he's just a beautiful person, good heart. You can tell he's just one of them guys that you want to love. But it's a sport. It's a sport. You're a hero today, and in one fight, you can become the worst fighter ever. And as I said to you prior to the fight, it's a fight where Joe can come back. I don't believe it's the end of Joe Joyce. I just believe that Zillian Zhang was the wrong type of opponent for him. He was the banana skin that you jump over. But instead of jumping over it, he said, let's get it on, and you got to credit Joe for that, but he'll come back.
One of the things that everyone is saying is that Joe might not be able to get himself in line for the heavyweight title. Blockbuster news came out yesterday. Fury Usyk is now signed. So potentially, if that fight happens in December or January, the winner might start vacating the belts because they become undisputed. They might vacate. Joe still might be able to get a chance later, maybe end of the year or early 2025.
Look, the heavyweight division is one which anyone in the top 10 or top 15 can get a call at any time. So you don't just lose a fight and then think because there's 2 or maybe 3 belt holders, in this case 2, that your career is over. I just feel that it's a division where one person may pull out and then they've got to call someone else. So the key and the goal for Joe Joyce is to remain focused, stay focused, get back in the gym, have a holiday, as I think he told me, because I saw him the morning after. And I said it to him. I said, take your rest, reevaluate, reassess, and come back. So yeah, Joe Joyce can get back in there, definitely.
Just a final one and a quick one on the announcement yesterday with Fury and Usyk. When I spoke to Peter Fury a few months ago, he said to me that Alexander Usyk is a problem in the heavyweight division, and we know he's a problem because he's beaten Daniel Dubois, Anthony Joshua.
Yes.
He said it's a tough fight. That's a tough fight for Tyson Fury. How do you see that fight playing out?
Well, if you haven't worked out by now, Tyson Fury, he plays the press, he plays the media, he plays the brother. No one don't know what Tyson Fury is thinking. He could just be saying that in the back of his mind, thinking, bro, I'm gonna bash him. You get what I'm saying? Easy. Tyson Fury is an incredible fighter. I've had the pleasure of being at the Dillian Whyte fight, ringside, apron side. I was closer than the ringside. I was apron side, and for the Derek Chisora fight. And what an incredible athlete! The size of Tyson Fury is going to give anybody the size, the skill, the IQ, the strength, the power. And regardless of what Alexander Usyk has done to AJ and Daniel Dubois, it's a whole different ball game with Tyson Fury. It's a fight which I think everyone's going to be excited for, and I'm really looking forward to it. But I think Tyson's pulling everyone's legs, as he usually does, with that, oh, he's a difficult fight. Tyson ain't thinking that. Tyson's thinking, yep, I'll soon be on that Forbes list. Get the Ngannou fight, bruv. And the Saudis are putting up the money. It seems like the Saudis are, breaking the bank, and it's great for boxing. And congratulations to Queensbury and what's it, Riddy season or something like that? Riyadh season, yeah, big them up, man.
We're going to see you out there in Saudi in a couple of weeks? We're going to see you in Saudi in a couple of weeks?
I would love to go out there, to be honest with you. I would love. We haven't planned anything. For us, it's just straight back in the gym. It's always about the Anthony Yard and his progression first. And but if Anthony wants to go out there, I'll follow him.
Tunde, Ajayi, always a pleasure speaking to you. Enjoy the rest of the night, and I'm sure we'll catch up with you very soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the interview, Russ.
Thank you.